For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, for the record, yeah. For the record, for the record, yeah. For the record, for the record, for the record. Been a little too nice to y'all. Now I gotta up price on y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all.
So guys, do something for me. Do something for me real quick. Can you get past you? Can you let go of the old you? I need you to forget who you used to be so that you can get to the new you. That's not the way I want to say it. Some of you are so afraid of losing the old you that you're unwilling and unaccepting of finding the new you. That's not the way I want to say it. Some of you are so attached that your identity is so wrapped up in the old you that you're so afraid to lose it and walk into the person that you need to be to get to where you want to be. Some of you all will not get to where you want to be because you so stuck in now, when the you that you are now will not be able to accept the gifts of the future. You don't have the mindset yet. You don't have the heart yet. You don't have the intelligence yet, the integrity yet, the courage yet, the bravery yet, the mental toughness yet, the mental fortitude yet, the wherewithal to keep going, to suffer through the storm. You don't have that in you yet. You don't have that character yet. It does not exist. It's a work in progress. So that's what I need you to start. Shed away the old you like a snake. You know how a snake goes through shedding? It lets go of the skin that it used to be. And if you look at that skin and you pull it out, it's an exact replica of what the snake was in the past. But the snake is now something new because it has grown. It has transformed. It has gained length, girth, whatever you want to call it. It is not what it used to be. Not physically. It is something different. It has went through a metamorphosis. It has changed over time. And so it needs to grow into the new individual that it is now. So therefore, it must shed away the skin that it used to wear because it doesn't fit anymore. And that is what happens when you become who you are supposed to be. Those people that hang around you, those situations that you find yourself in, the way you used to behave, the things that are happening around you in your universe, your sphere control will no longer happen, and you will outgrow them because it doesn't fit you anymore. It doesn't fit you anymore. So I need you to stop holding on to that dry skin. Of course it's itchy. Of course it's uncomfortable. Of course it's tight. Of course it's restrictive because it's no longer made for you. It's not made for you. You're something entirely different. You're holding on to situations, relationships, friendships, jobs, situations, opportunities that are no longer made for you. You have outgrown them. You need to shed those things away like old snake skin. Let them go. Let them go. There's a time and season for everything, and that season of your life is over. That's not the old you. That's not the new you. You can't carry that into the future. You can't be that into the future. You can't do that in the future. You can't have that character in the future. You can't have that heart or that lack thereof in the future. The future requires something different. The future requires something new. The future requires you to go through a metamorphosis, a change of your mind, body, and soul. So stop being so afraid of getting rid of the old you, detaching the old you, shedding away the old you so that you can transform, go through a metamorphosis to become the new you. Because the new you is who we need. The new you is who the future needs. That's what we need. We don't need that procrastinator from the past. We don't need that person who felt a little pain and gave up easily from the past. We don't need that alcoholic from the past, that addictive attitude from the past, that addictive personality from the past. We don't need that. We don't need that person who was afraid to read from the past, who's afraid to study from the past, who's afraid to try from the past, who didn't want to take any risks from the past, who didn't display any iota of courage. We don't need that person from the past. We need the new you, the new shiny you, the metamorphosis you, the person who has changed into something excellent. There's a reason why we have these, amazing acronyms when we go through school and we get all these progressive degrees, because it shows a change. The way we talked in our undergraduate is not the way we're going to talk when we have the vocabulary of somebody holding a PhD. It forces you to go through a sort of change. If you really applied yourself, you're not going to be the same person as you were as a freshman when you become a senior, whether it be high school or college. And then when you go on in your career and your life, you're not going to be the same person that you were at 20 when you turn 35 if you've done it correctly. Now, if people still look at you as that 20-year-old and a 35-year-old mentality, then you got some work to do. You got some work to do. But I need you to let go of that old you. Shed that away. Shed away the behaviors of the past. Shed away the ideas of the past. Shed away the mindset of the past. Shed away the work ethic of the past. Shed away the lack of trying of the past. Be open to new ideas, because that'll take you into the future. Be willing to change, because that'll take you into the future. I need the new you. I need the new you. I need the new you. Shed away the past. Stop being afraid to let it go. That comfortability, I promise you, will become uncomfortable because you no longer fit into the situation you desire to be in, because life will progressively push you forward regardless of how you feel about it. If you even doing an iota of work to progressively get to where you want to be, life will sometimes thrust you into that position just so you will change without your own conscious logically thinking through it, because sometimes you just got to be pushed out the plane and not talked out the plane. Sometimes you just got to take the jump and figure it out on the way down. That's what life will do to you sometimes. It will make you take the leap. It will push you into those new opportunities, regardless if you're ready for them or not. And if you are not willing to shed the old you, I promise you, where life pushed you, you will not keep it for long anyway. You will not keep it for long anyway. Because you're so entangled in who you used to be that you're unwilling to hug the new you to get you to where you're supposed to be. So today I ask you, shed away the old you. Start to open yourself up to new ideas, new perspectives, new mindsets, new ways of thinking, new behaviorisms. Shed away those things. If you're biblical, it says in the Bible, when I thought as a child, I reasoned as a child, I played as a child, but when I became a man, I put away childish things. It's talking about seasons, letting go of who you used to be so that you become who you were meant to be. Because we all go through a biological metamorphosis. We were born, then we grow up to, pubescence and adolescence and becoming an adult, becoming mature. We go through stages in life. And each stage, we should be a little bit or more further away than what we used to be, because now we're something new. The Charles Johnson that you see here today is different than the Charles Johnson of 10 years ago. I don't think the same, act the same, reason the same, behave the same. My characteristics are different. My resolve is different. My heart, my courage, my bravery are different. My resiliency is different. The willingness to persevere is different. So be willing to transform and let go of the old you so that you can grasp onto the new you, because that's the you we need to move this world forward. I need the new you so that hopefully I can interact with you one day, converse with you one day, and you will help me become the new me. You'll help me transform. You'll help me go through my metamorphosis. You'll help me become a better speaker, a better father, a better husband, a better brother, a better uncle, better cousin. Be a better contribution to society. So I'm depending on you. I'm depending on you to shed away that old skin, become the new you, so that I can become the new me. We're codependent on each other. It's a teamwork. When one succeeds, we all succeed. That's the way we need to think about this thing. So let go of that old you. I'm gonna keep repeating it. Let it go. Like Frozen, let it go. Let it go. That is over. It's the past. It's antiquities now. It's history. It's no longer part of your current situation. Your current situation, that's why they say, is not your forever situation, because you transform progressively over time. So where you are now is not where you're going to be 10 years from now. And if you are where you were 10 years ago, then you need to start working on it, because something's wrong. And the situation that you're in right now should be uncomfortable for you. So transform. Let it go. Ladies and gentlemen, you all are awesome, amazing, wonderful human beings. Don't let anybody tell you anything different. I believe in each and every single one of you. And I know deep down that you are uncomfortable in your current situation. And I need you to know that you need to let it go. I need you to let it go so that you can grow. That should be your mantra. Let it go so that you can grow. Say it with me. Let it go so that you can grow. Let it go so that I can grow. Let it go so that I can grow. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to this episode of Grind Hard, Hustle Smart with your boy, Charles Johnson. You can find me at my speaking website, thecharlesjohnson.com. You can get the merchandise for Grind Hard, Hustle Smart, the podcast at thegrindishard.com. You can find our YouTube channel, which is also Grind Hard, Hustle Smart, same as the podcast. You can find the podcast on all major podcasting platforms: Spotify, Google, Amazon, Apple, Stitcher, TuneIn. We're everywhere. I love each and every single one of you. And as always, remember to grind hard, hustle smart. Have a good one.